At Raising Financial Freedom, we're on a mission to inspire and empower financial freedom to every parent so that they can pass it along to their children. Through engaging stories, expert advice, and actionable tips, our podcast is transforming lives and helping listeners take control of their financial futures. Your support helps us produce high-quality, impactful episodes, expand our reach to underserved communities, and keep this life-changing content free for everyone. Whether it's $5, $10, or any amount, every donation fuels our mission and makes a difference. You can donate by clicking the heart-shaped link next to the social icons or the link at the bottom of the show notes. Once again, thank you for supporting Raising Financial Freedom and joining us in creating a world where financial freedom is within everyone's reach. Together, we can make a difference.
Let me ask you something. What if I told you that the way you handle your money today could be a reflection on your child's financial future? Imagine this, your child years down the road confidently saving for their first car or staying out of debt like it's the plague, and even investing for their dreams. Sounds good, right? But how do we get there? Well, it all starts with teaching them one simple concept called saving. In today's episode, we're diving into practical, fun, and solid ways to teach your kids to save money. And trust me, these are tips you'll wish your parents had shared with you. So let's hop into this episode, which is packed with creative and actionable steps that'll change the way your children think about saving money. Let's dive in.
Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have it all financially? Do well-off parents simply hand their children money? Or is there more to this wealth thing? Welcome to Raising Financial Freedom, the podcast. We are here to talk about everything you never knew to teach your children when it comes to starting their financial future. The principles behind wealth and methods that are out there to teach your child about personal financial freedom. There is no real trick to earning other than learning. We are here to discuss, teach, and grow with you. Raising Financial Freedom, the podcast, with your host and concerned parent, Eric Yard. Let us get right into today's show.
So, why is teaching children to save money so important? Well, let's take a moment to envision this. A 10-year-old who learns to save for their favorite toy today grows up to be a teenager saving for a car, and eventually a young adult is equipped to save for a house, retirement, or even starting their own business. Teaching kids about saving is a skill that pays dividends, not just financially, but emotionally and mentally. Studies show that knowing about money is key to a better life. Kids who learn about money early are less likely to get into debt later. They can handle emergencies, invest wisely, and think positively about money. By teaching kids to save, we're teaching them to be independent and responsible. It's all about helping them grow into capable adults. Isn't that what parenting is all about? But here's the catch. It's not just about telling kids to save. It's about showing them why saving matters and how it can benefit them in the long run. So how do we do it? Let's explore some actionable tips. Let's begin with the golden rule of any good habit. Start early. Kids are like sponges. They absorb the behaviors and lessons we expose them to. I can't stress this enough. The earlier you begin teaching them about saving, the more likely it is to stick. But here's the trick. You have to make it fun. Remember those classic piggy banks? They're still one of the best tools for teaching kids to save. For younger children, use a clear jar instead of the traditional piggy bank. It allows them to see their savings grow. Take a few coins, drop them in the jar with your child, and show them how it's growing. This simple act makes saving tangible and exciting. For kids who love to set goals, make it easy to see their progress. If they want a toy that costs $20, create a chart together. Every time they save $1, color in a part of the chart. This visual aid helps kids see how far they've come. Makes saving feel like a fun journey, not just a chore. It's a great way to keep them motivated and excited about saving. When I was a kid, I wish my parents had given me a small allowance. But you know what you can do? You can give your children one and make saving fun by matching their savings. For every dollar they save, you add 50 cents. This will teach them the idea of free money, and let me tell you, it's a concept kids never forget. Here's a little-known secret. Kids learn more from what we do than what we say. As parents, it's critical to model responsible financial behavior. Let's talk about how you can lead by example. Share your savings goals with them. Talk openly about how you're saving for a vacation or a big purchase. Let them see you set goals, budget, and work towards them. Practice delayed gratification. Show them the power of waiting. Instead of buying something expensive on a whim, involve your child in the decision-making process and explain why you're waiting to make the purchase. Involve your kids in budgeting. Next time you go grocery shopping, bring your child along and involve them in the budgeting process. Give them a small amount of money and ask them to make some choices. This helps connect spending to saving in real life. Teaching kids to tell needs from wants is very important. It helps them save money and think better. It also makes them better at making choices. Use the sorting game. For younger kids, make a game out of sorting pictures or items. Put a bed photo in needs and a toy in wants. Explain why needs are more important. Use real-life scenarios. When shopping, ask, do we need this or do we just want it? This makes kids think before buying things. Include them in family budgeting discussions. Share your family's budget with older kids. Show them how you pay for essentials like rent and food first. Then you can talk about spending on things you want. Now let's talk about rewards and incentives that help with motivation. Motivating kids to save can be as simple as giving them a little nudge in the form of rewards. Here's how you can do it. Celebrate savings milestones. When your child reaches a goal, like saving $10, acknowledge it. Celebrate with a small reward, like a favorite treat or an outing to some place they like. It reinforces the fact that they did something good. Consider educational rewards that will help even more. Instead of toys or candy, consider books, games, or experiences that align with their interests and help them grow. Finally, let's talk about teaching financial literacy as a lifelong skill. This means teaching kids about budgeting, interest, and compound growth. It's a big topic. Explaining interest in their money by using simple examples shows how money grows over time. For example, if you save $100 and earn 5% interest, you'll have $105 next year. Teaching your kids about interest and showing how it grows will motivate them to seek it out and apply it to their savings. Let's take a moment to think about this. Every dime your child saves today isn't just money. It's a lesson. It's a brick in the foundation of their future financial independence. Remember, teaching kids to save isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about discipline, responsibility, and long-term thinking. And speaking of long-term thinking, next week we're taking this conversation one step further. If teaching kids to save is the first step, then explaining how to manage that savings through budgeting is the next big leap. Have you ever struggled to explain budgeting in a way a child can understand? How do you teach them to prioritize, plan, and spend wisely without overwhelming them? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Tune in next show as we tackle how do you explain budgeting to a child. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until then, links to our article on teaching saving to your children are in the show notes. Start them early so that they can thrive forever. Take care.
We really hope you enjoyed this episode of Raising Financial Freedom, the podcast. Stay connected with us directly through raisingfinancialfreedom.com. You can also join the discussion on social media, which you can also find links on our website. If you would like to speak with us, please send us an email through info@raisingfinancialfreedom.com. And as always, thank you for pushing your mindset towards a better reality. This concludes the most thought-provoking portion of your day. Don't forget to please like and subscribe to stay fully up to date. Until next time, be kind to yourself and each other.
Before you go, I wanted to tell you about a new option called Fan Mail, which uses text messaging to give our listeners the ability to text our show directly. There is a link in every episode at the top that will say, "Send us a text." You can use that link to text the show. When a listener clicks the link in our episode description, a new text message will open on your device directly to the show. It's that easy. So tell me what you think, what else you want to hear out of the show, or simply your thoughts on that episode you just heard.